Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we are going to try and tackle the age-old problem of getting clean audio on a motorcycle. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gents, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. And as the title of the video suggests, we are going to try and tackle the age-old problem of trying to get clean audio whilst motovlogging. Now, I've kind of narrowed down my selection of microphones to test down to 3. The first microphone, which is what you're hearing right now, is the purple Panda mic, situated in the right-hand cheek pad of my Arai RX7. I have got the mic set to standard settings with a almost dead cat kind of situation on the actual microphone itself. So I haven't got a proper dead cat on the microphone. I've got like the foam wind deflector that it comes with, and I'm hoping with any luck this is going to give me somewhat decent kind of audio. I have been trying to tackle this problem with regards to really bad audio for about the last 4 months. I've gone from using 1 microphone to using 2 microphones, using different locations within the helmet. I've gone from the outside the cheek pad to inside the cheek pad, above the cheek pad, below the cheek pad, in the chin curtain, above the chin curtain, below the chin curtain, and everywhere else you can possibly imagine. So what I'm going to try and do right now, this video might be a bit long, so I do apologise. I'm going to try and test 3 microphones back to back in one day if I can. This first initial test is the purple Panda microphone. And how does it sound? Now naturally, I'm not going to know what this sounds like until I hear it in the edit. So I'm hoping it's going to sound somewhat decent. Otherwise, I'm going to be mightily miffed that I've spent 30 odd quid on a microphone that doesn't actually work. I do know that a lot of motovloggers in the past have had quite good success with regards to using the purple Panda, but they are using different brands of helmets. i.e. some are using Shoeies, some are using HJCs, some are using Ruroc Atlases, and so on. So I'm hoping, with any luck, with the microphones that I've chosen to test, I'm hoping that you guys are hearing the bike nice and clearly. I'm hoping you're also hearing what I'm saying nice and clearly as well, because that's the last thing I want, if you guys to be able to hear what's going on around me but not be able to hear what the fuck I'm saying. I'm hoping with any luck this is coming through nice and clear. I will disclose now that I have actually blocked the air vents and the chin bar of my RX7 with blue tack. So I've literally tried to not so much cancel out as much wind as possible, but try and get the chin bar especially of the RX7 to be quiet enough so you guys can actually hear what I'm saying. Because there's nothing more frustrating as a content creator having a microphone situated in what I think is the perfect place and you guys aren't hearing a bloody thing. So as you can imagine, this test is quite important, as I don't want it to basically ruin my future videos. So as you can appreciate, trying to get good audio is 50% of the battle when it comes to motovlogging. It's all well and good having a 4K recording, but if your audio sounds like you're talking through a wet sock, then you know, you're kind of defeating the point, or you're defeating the object of the actual video. Do you know what I mean? Please feel free to put your comments down the bottom as to what you think is better. Number 1 being the purple Panda, number 2 being my Micronics lapel microphone, and number 3 will be my Drift Ghost S microphone, the new 2021 version. But so far, what do we think? Any good or not? I'm hoping it's going to sound somewhat decent, because let's face it, the audio has to sound good to make the video sound good. Bit of an obvious one really, isn't it? If it doesn't sound good, people aren't going to watch it. If it looks brilliant but it sounds terrible, again, no one's going to want to waste the time to actually watch it. But we shall see. When we return, I will be using microphone number 2. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I shall catch up with you in a minute.
6 hours later.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. This is part 2 of my ongoing search for decent audio in my RX7 helmet. You are now hearing me through the Micronics lapel microphone, which is again nestled in the right hand cheek pad of my Arai RX7-V, and unfortunately it got a bit dark, so we're currently riding with my visor up. But when it is safe to do so, I will put my visor down so you guys can hear what it sounds like with the visor down. As you can appreciate, trying to ride at night with the visor down, considering it's a tinted visor, Wouldn't exactly be very clever on my part, but what I will do is, when we get a chance to stop at a set of traffic lights or at a junction, or even if I get to a section of road that's relatively well lit, I will obviously drop the visor so you guys can hear what it sounds like as we're on the move. As with the purple Panda microphone that I had in the helmet earlier, I had the opportunity of riding with the visor closed and with the visor open, so you guys could hear what it sounded like. This is as good an opportunity as any to test the microphone out with the visor shut. So the visor is now shut, and this is what it sounds like. Test, test, 1 2 1 2, ABC, ABC. Now, I'm probably gonna get some very, very strange looks riding along at night with my visor down. As you can see, it's not stupidly well lit round here, but now we are sitting at a set of lights. I will once again drop the visor so you can hear what it sounds like. Now, as you guys know, I have been struggling with getting decent audio in this particular helmet for a long time, and as you can appreciate, trying to get the perfect mic setup is more difficult than I first thought. Now, if you guys remember way back when, I used to own a, well, I still do, but I don't wear it anymore, a HJC IS-17, and ironically I found that used to block out quite a lot of noise, which I thought was absolutely amazing for a helmet that was only 150 quid. However, the microphone that I was using at the time, I have tested in the RX7 and it just doesn't work very well. So as you can appreciate, I've now got to the point where I'm trying 4 or 5 different microphone setups. This is number 2 of 3 mics that I've sort of like cherry picked. Plus I have a 4th wildcard, which I'm not going to spoil just yet. The long and short of it is I'm struggling to get decent audio, whether it be during the day, during the night, visor open, visor closed. You know, it's becoming more and more tedious for me to try and get good audio. And it's all well and good. The GoPro Hero 7 does a brilliant job in terms of actually capturing good video, but it's not so great when it comes to audio, and that's the bit that this camera really struggles with. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alley up. And away we go. Whee! Riding this bike fast in 2nd and 3rd gear never gets old. That's someone having a bit of fun on an R6 up, as you do. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, how is the audio coming through on the Micronics lapel microphone? I'm hoping it's coming through fairly decently. As you guys know, I've been struggling for good audio for fucking ages. It's now got down to the final 3 in terms of the microphones that I've had success with in the past. I've got one more microphone to test after this, which is the Drift Ghost XL microphone, which again I've had success with in the past. And then I've got a wildcard, which I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. I'm hoping with any luck the noise from the R1 is coming through nicely. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know the wind noise is going to be a big factor because my visor's open, but I'm hoping that what you guys are hearing is somewhat legible. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I sneezed. Hay fever is killing me. Sorry, ladies and gents. Hay fever season is definitely upon us, and my eyes are streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Micronics lapel microphone, giving it a brief shakedown to see how good or how bad it is. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to leave you for part 2 of this video. So we shall pick up the video in part 3 in just a moment. Bye bye. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 3 of my epic microphone test. This morning you are listening to me through the Ghost Drift XL microphone that I purchased a couple of weeks back, and this is the last of my 3 microphones that I sort of cherry picked from my ever-growing collection of microphones. So how does it sound? I'm hoping the audio is coming through well, and I am hoping with any luck you guys will be able to hear what I'm saying relatively clearly without too much distortion and without too many other background issues. Now, just to recap, I have already tested the purple Panda microphone in the RX7. I've also tested the Micronics lapel microphone in the exactly same location, exact same settings as the purple Panda. I am also testing the Ghost XL microphone in exactly the same situation, same location, same settings, same everything pretty much. I'm trying to give all 3 microphones a decent chance to see which one sounds better or which one sounds worse. I do know that a lot of people have had great levels of success with the purple Panda. Not so sure about the Micronics because, let's face it, it's not a mainstream brand that a lot of people know. I for one found it on eBay, so I wasn't exactly expecting much out of it, but it actually works pretty decently from previous testing. But with this being a newish kind of layout in terms of the RX7, because most of my motovlogging setups have been done on my IS17, and the ones that I've had success with, obviously I've ran with for as long as I possibly can. But ever since upgrading from the IS17 to the RX7, I've just been having a really hard time trying to get the microphone placement right and getting the actual quality of the sound right, if that makes any sense. And I know people are going to say, oh, you know, Lee, you need to stop worrying, you know, people will watch your content whether it's good audio or not. But if I don't want to watch my own videos because the audio's bad, what makes me think anyone else is going to want to watch it? And I try to pride myself on having good video and good audio. And like I've also said earlier in the video, I've tried different microphone setups. I've tried single mics. Oh, that's a big dog. I've tried single microphones, I've tried double microphones, I've tried condenser microphones, I've tried omnidirectional microphones. You know, I've tried so many different variants of different setups to see which one works and which one doesn't work. But once you get to a certain point, you kind of, you know, get confused with everything. Well, I mean, I have anyway. Now that I've managed to narrow down all my microphones to 3 plus 1 potential wildcard, I'm hoping one of them is going to stand out a lot more than the other. Like I said, this is the Drift Ghost XL microphone. If I remember rightly, it is a omnidirectional microphone. In actual fact, I believe all 3 microphones that I'm testing is omnidirectional, and including the wildcard, I think. And what I'd like you guys to do, if it's possible, and if you don't mind, is in the comments down below, let me know which microphone you think sounds the best. The purple Panda, the Micronics, or the Drift microphone. And obviously if you think the bridge, if you think the wildcard microphone sounds better than all the others, then obviously by all means put that in the comments as well. Because what I want to do is I want to try and get a decent level of feedback from you guys as to what you think works best and what the audio sounds best at. You know, I've been toying with the idea of getting the GoPro Hero 10 with the media mod, because I believe the audio processing on the media mod is slightly different compared to the standard mic adapter, which is what I'm currently using. So I'm in 2 minds about what to do there. I can't really afford the Hero 10, but if I have to, I'll get it on finance, or I'll find somewhere getting it. Because one of the big things that I like about the Hero 10 is the horizon lock, and what that basically does, it makes the horizon stay perfectly level. And they said stay permanently level then, but it's not permanently level, is it? And with that that horizon lock, it makes everything level no matter what my head does. And the stabilization is apparently a lot better as well. I've seen some footage from the Hero 10, like through Motonosity and Blockhead and a few others, who claim that the Hero 10 is probably the best camera that they've ever had. I have not had any issues with my Hero 7. I mean, occasionally it says that the SD card isn't there, or there's some sort of weird firmware issue. It doesn't happen all the time, it's just every now and then, which I can live with obviously. But ideally I'd rather not have to keep having to take the battery out and resetting it and taking the SD card out, and you know, all the usual shit that you do with the older GoPros. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with doing that, because like I said, it doesn't happen very often. But if the Hero 10 offers that much better audio processing and that much better video, you know, if I could afford it, I'd be stupid not to get it, if I'm honest. Unfortunately, where I got my Hero 7 from, GoPro no longer deal with that supplier. And yes, I know I can get it on Klarna, and I know there are some places online through Klarna that I can get it on a monthly basis, which, if I'm honest, will be what I'll end up doing. But we'll see what happens. I've seen everything now. Did anyone notice that moped rider that just passed me? The geezer had his visor down and locked, and he was wearing a face mask. Boss, you don't need to wear a face mask anymore. I will apologise in advance, ladies and gentlemen, that this video is probably dragging on just a little bit, but in the interest of science and in the interest of motovlogging clarity, we must do these tests. We must find out where we are in terms of getting good audio in the Hero 7. And like I said, this is the third of 3 omnidirectional lavalier microphones that I've cherry picked out of my extensive collection of different microphones. So I'm hoping that you guys are hearing me nice and clearly. I'm hoping the audio is not clipping and it's not too loud and it's not too buzzy or anything like that, because I have noticed that as well recently. Oh, excuse me. So far, ladies and gents, which microphone do you believe is the best or sounds the best? I think I know which microphone I think sounds the best, but obviously I won't know till I get it into the edit. But which one do you guys think sounds the best to you? I mean, naturally I want the microphone that offers the best clarity, the best range of sound, and it's obviously the sleekest setup that I can get. But at the end of the day, you guys don't see what my microphone cables are doing. You guys don't see what the GoPro is doing behind the lens. Do you know what I mean? Whereas obviously I do. However, it's not all about what I can see, it's about what you guys see and what you guys hear. And I want to try and get the audio and the video quality as best I can for the budget that I have. Now, until I get to test the WILDCARD microphone, which I ordered yesterday, which should be arriving today. Don't ask me what time today, but it's supposed to be today. I want to try and do a back-to-back comparison between that microphone and the other 3. I know people are going to say, you know, I should just do away with the mic adapter and I should just run an external mic and this, that and the other and blah 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 blah, and use a separate audio recorder and just sync it all up in post-production and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, fine, cool, that sounds all fine and dandy, but I don't have a week or 2 weeks or whatever to edit a video. It's all well and good for these people like Chase on 2 Wheels and Yummy Noob and all the other guys that have actually a team behind them to get stuff done, and all you've got to do is provide them with the actual footage and the audio, and you go, there you go boys, sort that out. Unfortunately I don't, but that's no excuse for bad content. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want good quality content, I want good quality audio, I want good quality video. I don't really want to be spending shitloads of money to get, you know, mediocre content or mediocre audio. I want to get to a point where I can literally just put the camera on my helmet, plug it in and go. Once I get my audio quality up to scratch, then I won't really mind about, you know, the cable management and having to deal with wires protruding here, there and everywhere. But I just don't want to have a external audio recorder just to get that little bit better quality audio. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the Hero 10's media mod processes the audio a little bit differently compared to the mic adapter that I'm currently using. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to leave you. This has been part 3 of my microphone audio test. If you think that the Drift Ghost X microphone has been the best one of the 3 so far, let me know in the comments box down below, and roll on the next part when we have my WILDCARD microphone. So for now, by the power of the internet, I shall see you in a minute.
12 seconds later.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to part 4 of my continuing search for good audio on my Arai RX7. This is the WILDCARD microphone that I was suggested by a YouTuber whose name I completely forgotten. So please forgive me, I can't remember the guy's name. But this is the Hama boom microphone that you can find on Amazon for $6.99. I'll put a link in the description to it, as I will do with all the microphones that I have tested. The Hama microphone is my WILDCARD. The only downside to this microphone is that it is the biggest of the 4 that I've tested, so it is a bit cumbersome and a bit bulky to try and hide within the cheek pad of the RX7, but I've managed to put it in roughly the same location as the other 3 that I've tested so far. And just to recap, the microphones that have been tested are the purple PANDA microphone, the Micronics lapel microphone, and my Drift Ghost XL microphone. And the Hama mic that you're listening to me through now is my WILDCARD. I don't expect much from a £7 microphone, but I'm hoping that I'm going to get somewhat decent audio quality out of it. I personally won't know what they all sound like until I get them into my editing software and basically put this video together. I mean, how well is it coming through? I'm hoping it's coming through quite well. I've never heard of this brand. I've never used their products before. I've always tried to stay mainstream where I can because of things like warranty periods and stuff like that, should I need to use them. But like I said, for £6, I'm not expecting the world, but what I am hoping for is to get a reasonably decent level of audio. My biggest fear right now is that as good as the video is through the GoPro Hero 7 Black, I don't want it to get to a point where I have to upgrade my camera just to improve my audio. And I'm hoping one way or another, regardless of which microphone that gets the winning vote, shall we say, I'm hoping to get to a decent level of audio where, like I said, I don't have to worry about changing my camera. Because for me to get a decent level of audio these days, from what I've seen online, a lot of people are going to the Hero 10 with the media mod, and the media mod seems to work pretty well, but it's the money. You know, I've already spent the best part of £300 or so on the Hero 7, not to mention the fact that I've had to replace the mic adapter once already, because I think the cable is just slowly breaking up. I mean, I've had that one adapter for about 3 years, and I've had it bent in all sorts of weird and wonderful ways, and you know, folded the actual cable over and whatever else. So it was only a matter of time before it started to fall apart, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm hoping the combination of this new adapter and one of these 4 microphones, I'm hoping to get some sort of decent level of audio so you guys can enjoy the videos just as much as I enjoy making them. In a way, it's going to be a surprise for me as well as to which microphone actually sounds the best, because I'm not doing any post-production on the audio. I'm not changing any levels. It's literally just going to be straight out of the camera, straight on the computer, and straight out on YouTube. Basically, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat anything. If it sounds shit, it's going to sound shit. If it sounds good, it's going to sound good. If it sounds great, it will sound great. And like I said earlier in the video, I've tried using 1 microphone, I've tried using 2 microphones, I've tried using 3 microphones, I've tried using God knows how many different types of dead cat and wind slayers and different positions in the helmet, like in the chin bar, in the cheek pads. I even thought about potentially trying to put the microphones in the earpods, well, in the earpod slots, should I say, where you know, where you put a comms kit. I've even thought about doing that. I can guarantee you, if I was to put a microphone where my ear is, because I wear earplugs, I would find it massively uncomfortable, and I could really do without that. Do you know what I mean? It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other again, unfortunately. I know what I want, but it's how to get there is the problem. I know the video quality out of the GoPro Hero 7 Black is still good. Do you know what I mean? It can still record in 4K at 30 or 60 frames per second. I can't remember which, but it's one of those two. My main concern is the audio. You know, the whole reason why I've done this video is because I need to get good audio. My OCD is killing me at the moment with regards to trying to get good audio, and I don't know how many more microphones I can, you know, try out, test, how many different locations I could try out and test. So how does my WILDCARD microphone sound, ladies and gents? Does it sound somewhat decent, or does it sound absolutely atrocious? Oh, excuse me. Well, I'm hoping at least one of these 4 microphones will sound somewhat decent, to which case I can use them as my almost, in inverted commas, permanent motovlogging microphone. And if it works well, I might even consider investing in getting a couple, so I've got some backups just in case, because you know, with electronics nothing lasts forever, and I can just have like 4 or 5 as backups indoors, or you know, carry one in my bag just in case. You know, as they say, when you're out in the field, you can never be too sure what's going to work and what's not going to work. And this is again the basis of this test. I want to know what microphone works best. I want to know what microphone you guys think works best, so that I know moving forward that I can stick with that one microphone or that one particular model of microphone and order a few more, so I've got a couple of spares. Because just like with anything, you could buy one microphone and it works perfectly for years, never crackles, never breaks, never, you know, loses connection or anything like that. You could have that microphone for years and never have any issue. Or you could buy a brand new microphone and it'd be dead straight out of the box. This is the whole reason for this video. It's to test what works best, what I know I can get my hands on in terms of replacements, and what's generally, you know, the slickest kind of setup for what I need. Because I don't want to turn around and say to you guys, oh, do you know what, I don't care what you guys think, I'm going to use what I think sounds best, because that's not what I'm about. I want you guys to enjoy the experience as much as I do. I want you guys to be able to enjoy what I'm saying, actually get to understand and hear what I'm saying, and also get some decent, you know, knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Because I've said it time and time again, not only is my channel one about honesty and having fun, but it's also about giving people the right information. And I don't want to turn around and say to you guys, oh, do you know what, I've tested 4 microphones, they all sound pretty shit, but I'm going to go with X, Y or Z because I can. Not because I've had feedback from you guys as the listeners or other motovloggers to get an idea of what they think sounds good or what they think sounds bad. I want my channel to be successful. and I said it time and time again, 50% of a video is the audio, and if the audio sounds shit, then there's no point in watching the video. You can get away with watching a video that's 720p or 480p or whatever if the audio sounds good. If the audio sounds shit and you're recording at 4K or whatever, or 5K even these days, people will be like, do you know what, nah, I don't want to watch that because the audio sounds terrible. I'm trying to get the best setup I possibly can without spending stupid amounts of money. And yes, okay, I already had the purple Panda mic. Yes, I already had the Micronics mic. Yes, I already had the drift mic, but I actually went out and spent my own money on the fourth microphone because I just want to get good audio. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing more frustrating to me in watching a video when the audio is terrible. I just want to try and get the best I can. Do you know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to leave you. This has been my video on how to get decent audio in an Arai RX7-V helmet. If you've got any comments or questions, please feel free to put it in the comments box down below, and I'll do my best to respond to them as soon as I can. But let me know what microphone you guys think sounds best. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have been awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, as always, adios!